Okay, everyone. Just going live now. I'm going to make sure that I got everything connected before I get started. If anyone's watching the VOD, because I assume right off the very bat here,
France,
we
a
don't have
travel
someone
guide
watching
for lovers.
quite the second. This is
Visit the
homework for the
inspiring
still
Eiffel Tower.
loading podcast with Josh. We
Sacred
have
Notre
done
Dame
multiple
Cathedral.
things together in the past, multiple episodes, and on each other's podcast. And this was something that he brought to my attention. He is holding a Punchin month, and it should be Punchin every day. But hey, you gotta give yourself some sort of limit in some way, I guess. But this is one of the games that he brought up. I've never played it before. Old school Medal of Honor is stuff that I definitely have experience with, but this is one that passed me by for whatever reason. I may have played it or seen it on GBA because I don't know. I had a GBA and that was like my handheld console of choice. But this particular game, I am playing it on PS1. I am emulating it because I do not own a PlayStation 1 at the moment or this game. And I am using a PS5 controller using the emulator called DuckStation, which Josh also recommended. So this is Medal of Honor Underground. I'm going to start from the beginning. He also made me aware that there's quite a few controller options that I should check out. So I think that's something I should maybe give a try. Every level with at least 50% health. Whoa, triangle to go back. Secret codes, passwords. Secret codes and passwords? Okay, so Josh said he was using configure 4, I think he said, or 3. I can look it up, but 4. Okay, so turn, yeah, okay, so these are more modern controls. Change weapons, jump, fire and reload, aim. Yeah, wow, this is way better. Oh, but this is also, yeah. Okay, but I'll probably have to coordinate a little bit with the controls. I'm gonna try to. I mean, this kind of makes sense. R2's fire, move and stray forward controller. Yeah, 1. Okay, I'm gonna try 1, and if I need to, I will. Oh, zoom aim. Ooh, maybe I should do that. How do I go down? It doesn't let me. Oh. Oh, weird. Okay. Crosshairs? Yeah, I want crosshairs. Why wouldn't I want crosshairs? Weird. Okay, I'm going to try that. Triangle to go back seems so strange to me. I don't know why. You might see me play around with a couple things. I'm definitely going to do a couple of save states so I don't lose my place. And do that. And yeah, let's see what we can do here. I'm going to. And let's give a little bit of
Notre Dame Cathedral. Quaint villages. Intimate cafes. Romantic surroundings. And the utmost hospitality Europe has to offer.
dokie. Okay, so I'm going to play for roughly half an hour, 40 minutes. I'm going to take a quick pause. I'll keep the stream going, but I'll do a quick pause, and then I will be on once again after that. So let's start a new game.
Bonsoir, Manon. I'm sorry to call you over on such short notice, but we have an important new mission. Remember that Danish boy who lives below me? You know, Niels, the one who keeps asking me about the resistance. He's always saying that he wants to join, because his home country is occupied just like France. I didn't think he was serious, but tonight he's brought me a tip that we should definitely take advantage of. Remember how the Nazis took over the Paris Academy of Music and started using it as a makeshift armory? Niels said that they're transferring a whole truckload of ordnance later tonight from there to the Gestapo field office in Dubuisson. He stole a copy of the manifest and showed it to me. The truck will be carrying crates of ammunition, explosives, small arms, and even a few heavy machine guns. Just the kind of supplies we need to restock our weapons cache. I will need you to be my lookout tonight while I hijack the truck. It should be fairly simple, since the Germans won't be expecting us. When this is all over, we may have a new member for our little resistance team. As always, if we get separated, head for the catacombs and meet up with the people there. Tell them you're my sister, and they will help you. It's getting late. We'd better move out.
Okay, I like that. Nice, cool little intro. His hands acquiring this truck full of ammunition, explosives, no doubt. Okay, thanks for Vichy Regime Pétain, French police thugs. I don't know if I said that right. Police, the milice will be out in force. I'm giving you a pistol, a few petrol bombs. Please be careful, sister. I'll meet you beneath the Eiffel Tower, and from there, it's just a short path from the Park Academy. A supply truck. Okay. Head to the underground catacombs. Nothing goes wrong. May 1st, 1942. Okay, let's give this a shot, everyone. Guess this is sort of like underground resistance is the idea, and I like that. I think that's fun. Look at this, loading screen and everything. Love it. Okay, let's try these controls a little bit here. Ooh. Whoa. Nope, that's not the control scheme I thought I picked. So this is the D-pad to move around, the R1 and L1 buttons to strafe. That is not ideal. Okay, let's see. Oh, geez, I'd have to quit just to change the controls. Okay, well, I'm going to see how it goes. How do I aim? Let's crouch. Ooh, that's aim. And then X is shoot. Okay. Love that. Kill him. Pick something up. What is that? Ah, just a... Oh. Retro achievements thing. Oh, just press the wrong button. Oh my god. Keep pressing the trigger, the R2 button to shoot, which, you know, is usually how it is. Right? So. Pistol rounds, first aid kit. That's to change the weapons. Triangles to jump, which I probably don't need. It's not good. But these guys got some. These guys got some GoldenEye action going here, where you can pick them apart a little bit. I like that. It's fun. Shoot their arms and legs. It's not. Bullets coming. 10 people without getting hit, I'm gonna get a little something something. What up, bro?
Manon, you came.
You found
There
him?
isn't much time. Follow me and watch your back. Militia are everywhere.
Okay. I don't know if there's checkpoints in this game. I'm assuming there's something.
We must hurry, sister.
Oh, nice one, buddy. Bang, bang. That counts as kills, though. Okay. Coming. I'm still trying to figure out how to walk here. Did I get him? Oh, 2 shots in the leg. Ooh, can I pick up his hat?
We must hurry, sister.
I'm coming. Ay, ay, ay. One more, and then I get an achievement, I think. Yay!
Try to keep up.
I am trying to. What's that? Seven, like 100 shots connected in a row? Is that what that is? Oh! Just blew him apart. Where are we going? I'd really love to change the controls. Brother. I don't know how to move, how to look down. I guess it's just this.
Quickly, Manon.
This guy's shooting at me, man. Oop, stuck. I switched over to press action. Action.
Get to the catacombs, Manon! It's a trap!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh shit! My brother's dead. No! Brother! Damn! Well, catacombs are right here. Oh, that sucks! No! Oh, poor guy. I don't like that. Good twist, though, already. 2 out of 2. Preferred weapon. Well, yeah. Enemies killed 19. Head, left leg. Look at all the shots in the leg. 11. Groin, 13. Oh, that's funny. Save. I'm going to save under R. Oh. Oh, I see. You name it. Never mind. Memory card. Slot 1. Sure. Game saved. Yay. Okay, main menu, going to controls, for sure. Guess I barely made it out of that. Or it feels like I barely made it out of it. Controller. Player 1. Config. Okay. So it said turn and look. Oh, press R3. Okay. So forward and strafe is what I was doing. Forward and strafe. I want the joystick to work, but maybe the joystick is not connected properly on this thing. Oh, it was giving me config 2. That's what I was playing with. Four does make more sense. Like the strafing, the forward, the turning and looking. Okay, I'm just going to check my controller situation for a second. Because, yeah, okay, because it's as if I don't have the joystick, which makes sense because the PS1 does not have a joystick. Okay, so that means that I'm using the D-pad and strafing back, forward. Yeah, okay. No, but it has the okay, so this does use the joystick controller as well. So it should work, right? Let's just see. I'm going to change the controller here as if DualSense enhanced mode. I don't know what that means. Enable touchpad. No, I don't really need to do that. Digital controller, analog controller. Oh, analog joystick, analog controller. There we go. I got it. There we go. I put the wrong controller. I think I put the wrong controller in the settings of... Yeah, I think I put the wrong controller in the settings of the... whatchamacallits? Settings of the emulator. Okay, so I'm going to just save this state for a second. I'm going to go to next mission and see what this feels like, and then I'll go from there. Config 4 for the win. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I think I fucked up the setup for fucked up the setup in the emulator, so yeah, I just gotta change that, and I'll get to it. I'll get to it. I survived the first level. I survived the first level. Each entrance is above the main level. We have explosives. Place ready to detonate them. The press. Ooh, detonate. We also need you to secure some forged papers. Okay. All right. The fight continues. I love these, like little sort of, I don't know if they're propaganda posters, but sort of. So I'm gonna play for a bit, and then I'm going to oh jeez, what is this? Oh no, I can't look sideways, so no, this is not gonna work. Oh, I didn't know I had that weapon last time. Okay, so that's fine, but I can't. Yeah, okay. So I got to change the controls in the emulator because right now I can't actually look sideways because I think because I'm pretty sure. I need to do this first. Change the controls. Analog. Okay. Left analog. Okay. That should work. I'm going to do that. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, this is taking me back to my other save state. Okay, well, whatever. That's fine. Binding the analog button from the PS1 controller, the touchpad. Yeah, I think I got it now. Pretty sure I got it. Pretty sure I got it. Hang on, just changing something here. Oh, the analog button. I see what you did. Okay. Okay, so I can just kind of do this. Just use the control. Just use the joystick. Okay, that's fine. Oh! Smoked! See you, bud. Okay, so I already did this part. Keep it going. That's fine. I'll survive. Strafing is still there. That's ah. Oh! Smoked! Ah, I thought they were under attack. Whoa! I went flying. His brother's under attack. I shot him. Oh no, I got hit. My achievement, no! Dog's fed up with me. She's like, I'm out of here. Let's go, buddy. I know you're gonna die, so let's just
Try to keep up.
Try to keep up. Come on. Hush you.
Quickly, Manon.
Okay, buddy.
I
Yeah, you
start
think
the
you're so
truck.
hot, huh?
You open the gate.
Ah, take that.
Get to the catacombs, Manon! It's a trap!
Well, I gotta say, I like this so far. I really do. You know, it's a basic thing, but not in a bad way. So far, so good. You can replay the mission right away, like that. ABC. I know. I like that. This is now the second time that I'm playing this part, but I didn't expect that. I actually didn't expect it. How crazy is that? I really didn't. I like it a lot. I'm trying to get, I don't know why I can't get the, can't get the chat popping up on my OBS for some reason. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I had it before. I don't know why it's not here anymore. Okay, so I can probably do one mission and then I gotta take a bit of a break, but that's about it. So gives me anxiety not being able to like. Suck it. Good shot. No way I'm gonna go 25. Guys, look at that. No way. Here. Oh. So the retro achievements is really cool. I like that. I don't know if you have that set up at all, but yeah. It's cool. It just gives you a little extra. I'm not like an achievement hunter kind of guy, but the retro achievement thing is... I find it to be like it just adds more to... Block the entrances, right. Right. Is like giving away the fact that there's someone here, I think. Whoa. Okay. Found the forged papers. The crosshairs turned on. Headshot. Yeah, headshot. These guys are just hanging out. Ah! Oh yeah, headshot. 100 headshots? Heck. Already done 60. I don't know if I'm going in a circle. Oh, where I'm going here. Oliver! I've yet to use anything. Let's do it. Petrol! I love that it did absolutely nothing. Where are you going, buddy? Shoot me. Where they shoot me from? Ooh, they're playing checkers. Or chess. It's black and white, so probably chess. I feel like I'm definitely going like in a new direction. direction, but I don't know if I'm going where I'm quote-unquote supposed to be. Whoa! What is that? Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, ow. Whoa! Where are these guys flying? Shooting on his way down. Love that. Whoa, that went nowhere. That. Where these guys go? Where are you running, boys? Dog. Outside. Oh, there's guys here. Oh, where are they? Oh, shit, there's guys here. Do I have like a... like a medical canteen? So I have like creepy door. Nice car. Can I take it? Oh, right. On to victory! Let's see how many groin shots. Okay, torso 25. Head 26. What? That's pretty good. All right, I got some time. I can probably play one more stage, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the stream keep going, and I will... and then I'm going to actually play the latest episode of the show. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the latest episode of the show and let that run until I come back. Welcome, Saint Marie de Champagne. My name is Fabrice Delacroix. It seems your trouble continues to hound you. Panzer unit is surrounded with it. Okay, how about the troubles part? How about you just start with the fact that my brother's dead first? There's that. House to house search for members of the combat resistance group. The village has made her counter for the printing and distribution of the group's underground newspaper. All right. The time before they several. We need to get to. Okay, outright villagers and friends. The slow search. Locate 3 surplus Hotchkiss machine guns. Ay, ay, ay. Open the crates and action again to operate the guns. Ooh, turrets? Turrets? Okay. This again. These. Boom. Snipe. Snipe. I'm in front of you. You Nazis. Fuck you. Okay, moving on. I mean, I know it's not really the type of game at this time that would do this, but like, it'd be cool if I could sneak up on those guys. Oh, look, I just jumped back. Super awesome. Action button. Just start. Oh. What's up, guys? Door's open. Bam, you're dead. You forget that there's a jump button. And then just destroy it. Destroy it. Just destroy it. This. Oh, okay. Like that. These doors? Boy, let's show that guy. Yes? Well, at least it tells you. Is for where are these guys? This guy's right here. Get out of here. Behind me? What is happening? Yay. I'm stuck. Ah. Whoa. Hello. okay, dog. I don't have... Just give me a second, okay? Bugging me. I gotta go upstairs for a work thing in a minute. Okay, here's someone shooting. Untether rope. Okay. Oh no! What do I have left? Find the hidden machine guns. Oh shit, they're still everywhere. I did it. I'm gonna have to take a short pause. I will be back momentarily. Okay, short pause. I'm going to save my state. Whether that's cheating or not, I don't care. Save state. Save state. I will leave it open for a second, and then what I'm going to do is switch over to the latest episode. Okay, let's get this going here. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? All right, everyone. Let's kick over to this. I would like to fit to screen, please. Like that. Okay. And yeah. We'll do that and hit play. Hey, if you want variety in your gaming podcasts and a whole bunch of awesome people having a great time doing it, you can check out the SuperPod Podcast Network at superpodnetwork.com. This is where you can find Remember 64, our video and audio podcast, blogs, and also other shows such as A Novel Console, Find Time, Gaming and Collecting, Press B to Cancel. You have the 3DO Experience, Retro Wildlands, SuperPod Saga, Pre-Order Bonus, and more. All of these shows are awesome, doing great stuff. Check. Why won't it show the video? Hey, if you want variety in your gaming podcasts and a whole bunch of awesome people having a great time doing it, you can check out the SuperPod Podcast Network at superpodnetwork.com. This is where you can find Remember 64, our video and audio podcast, blogs, and also other shows such as A Novel Console, Find Time, Gaming and Collecting, Press B to Cancel. You have the 3DO Experience, Retro Wildlands, SuperPod Saga, Pre-Order Bonus, and more. All of these shows are awesome, doing great stuff. Check it out, SuperPod Network. Oh, that's so frustrating. Why would it do that? That was the worst. If you want variety in your gaming podcast and a whole bunch of awesome people having a great time doing it, you can check out the SuperPod Podcast Network at superpodnetwork.com.
Okay, everyone.
This is
Enjoy.
where you can
I'll be
find
back in a little bit.
Remember 64, our video and audio podcast, blogs, and also other shows such as A Novel Console, Find Time, Gaming and Collecting, Press B to Cancel. You have the 3DO Experience, Retro Wildlands, SuperPod Saga, Pre-Order Bonus, and more. All of these shows are awesome, doing great stuff. Check it out, superpodnetwork.com.
Hey, we're Brooke. Just in time to witness a miracle. Death and life. Behold.
Welcome to Remember 64, where this week we're delivering the news not only in 3D, but with an evil tech giant at our backs. If that hits a little bit too close to home right now, I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Hello again to returning listeners and viewers, and welcome if this is your first time joining us. Here on Remember 64, we are going to be discussing the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between on the Nintendo 64's library. My name is David Petrangelo, and I'm going to get you crazy people the news by any means necessary, as long as it's on a bike and partially on rails. And after I toss it at your crazy dog. Oh, wait, what's this? A Dr. Frankenstein is hatching some sort of evil plan? But why? Why? I really have no freaking idea. I hope you guys can tell me. Jiggy, look back with me once again, of course. How are you, sir?
Of course, I'm doing fantastic. You know, are paperboards still a thing? Is that still a thing?
I was gonna say.
I don't know. I remember this being like a plot in like every 90s sitcom ever. Like the son inevitably gets a job, and it's like way too early and too much for them to handle. Like I've seen that in multiple sitcoms. And
But
I'm
it's
like,
your first job. It's your first job. That's why
your
it's a big
first
deal.
job.
Yeah.
But is it still a job?
I will say that we do have a paperboy in our area. Every Thursday.
Oh man.
Every Thursday I get the little
Man.
I get the little notification on my my ring thing on the front door, and I'm like, who is that at 4:00 on a Thursday? It's
Does he
the kid from down the street.
Does he throw papers through your window or anything? Or like
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. I don't have any reason to get mad at him. I don't have any reason to get mad at him. Looks like a nice kid. Looks like a nice kid. He's
Yeah,
probably
you should hand him
11.
this game. You should just hand him this game out the window one day, or leave it in the mailbox and be like, "Here, this is for you. Up your game."
Up your game,
Literally.
buddy. Let's go. work on that arm. Let's go. Yeah, it's just a local paper that we have that has been around since we were kids, and yeah, every Thursday we get it.
Still going. All right.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not super common, but yeah, in our area at least we get it. Okay, and of course we have an awesome guest this time, fellow Superpod Network, press B to cancel host, Jake. Welcome back to the show, buddy.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be back. Great to talk about a game that could be more retro when we're talking about paper delivery. I will say we also have a local paper on our neighborhood, and my daughter briefly was paper girl, and then until they did not pay her, and then I got upset and I said, "No, you're quitting. You don't need to take this kind of abuse from an employer.
Go,
you're
Dad.
on strike."
Hell yeah.
It was pretty bad. Yeah, so I kind of ruined her first job, but to be fair, they weren't paying her, so it's okay.
That's fine. That's not a job if you're not being.
Yeah, that's not a job. That's being volunteered.
Yeah,
You know?
voluntold, like you are in
Voluntold?
class all the time. Voluntold, yeah. And if you haven't guessed, everybody, yes, we are talking about Paperboy. We are talking about. I thought it was like Paperboy 64 or something. Nope, it's just
That's what I thought.
Paperboy. Well, when you look it up, it just says Paperboy, and on the box it says Paperboy. On the menu it says. It's really what they did was they 3Dified the original. That was the idea of this from the beginning. So, if you know the quote unquote stages or maps or whatever you want to call them from the original, they're somewhat replicated here. Some of them, at least, especially the first stage, at least is. So, and they have a little bit more fun with it, but we'll get into that and all the details of it. But Paperboy is, I think when you say that, you sort of automatically think of the original, NES or the Super Nintendo had a version. There's tons of versions of a Paperboy game. I automatically just assumed that it didn't exist in 3D. Honestly, I thought it was just the original one. I think there's like a version on your phone or something. Like there's been a lot of iterations of it, but it's not, really much of a franchise that has lived on for too long or very consistently, because maybe it's because of what we've already discussed. The fact that it's not really a thing anymore, but maybe that's the reason why it should come back. Jiggy, I think you got kind of excited when we were thinking we were going to play this. What's your experience with this game? Because I will say right now, I had none until a couple weeks ago.
This is one of those like weird games I had in my pile growing up.
Of course you did.
I remember loving it. I remember having so much fun with it because it's just silly. You just go around and it's got a very arcadey kind of feel to it. You go in, you just play for your high score, you keep going, but then it throws nonsense at you, like you said, Frankenstein's monster and like an evil scientist, and it gets weirder and weirder as you go, and it just makes no sense. And I just always had fun with it, going off ramps and stuff on the bike. Like you time it, you go flying. It was just cool.
Just a good time. It's just a good time.
Yeah.
Oh no, an ad's playing on the video. What else is new? Jake, Jiggy, you know what? Did you have any experience playing like the older ones growing up or anything? Or was it just this was the one like, was this Paperboy to you growing up kind of thing?
Yes and no. It's the only one I played, but I had seen, I think it was on NES actually.
Yeah.
I
think that's
had
where most
seen the
people would
original
have.
one,
Yeah.
but I don't think I correlated that this was like that,
Right.
but I definitely had seen it. Like I visually can picture it.
Yeah. Well, as a kid, it's you're not always paying attention to that kind of stuff, anyways, right? You're just like, oh, it's just
Yeah.
kid on the
Can I
bike
also
and
say,
whatever.
I've never really thought about it, but how awesome is it that you have a console that the name of the console, they just brand every game? Like, we were shocked that this is not Paperboy 64 and it's just Paperboy.
Yeah.
But like in our
it's
mind, it was still
tradition,
Paperboy
right?
64.
100%. Yeah, it has to be.
Well, because like you have Super Mario, Super Star Wars on Super Nintendo, right? That's kind of like the tradition they were doing for a while. So I can see why they're doing it on the N64. They kind of dropped that with the Wii, I guess, though, or the GameCube.
Oh, GameCube, I guess, because I mean, there's every once in a while there's a Super this or there's a whatever, but like it's really just I feel like they're just playing on nostalgia when they do those things nowadays, or at least after the Super Nintendo and stuff. But
Oh man, they could have made everything cubed. everything cubed. Like,
Everything cubed, yeah.
Super Mario Cube.
Super Mario, Cube Mario.
Actually
Actually, it
could've
kind of
worked.
reminds me because Jake, last time you were on, we talked about Superman, and
Right.
Yeah.
that's always a Superman 64. I think that's what a lot of people would just assume it's called, and no, it was the New Adventures of Superman or whatever. It's like based on the cartoon and stuff. But again, it feels like if it's that single word title, it should have a 64 there for some reason. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Anyways, what about you,
Feels
Jake?
right.
What was your experience with Paperboy just in general?
Oh, the original I of course played on the NES.
Okay.
I think there was an arcade game of this. Wasn't there an arcade version of
Yep.
this?
so.
Yeah.
I remember playing that, but I mostly remember playing the NES version. The N64 version, the first time I played it was, I believe it was last year for Press B. And I'm going to tell you right now, in that episode, I bashed it quite a bit. I don't think I gave the game an honest chance, because playing it again for your show, I've kind of come around on some of the gameplay. I agree, it's definitely arcadey. I don't feel it's, if you put aside the original NES version, forget that exists. Take this at face value as its own game, and I think I enjoyed it quite a bit more than I thought I would. Especially when
Okay.
I got further into the game, and you come across Frankenstein and some other stuff we'll talk about. It's
Yeah.
definitely a game that you have to give some time to.
Yeah, I think so, because it seems like it's pretty for me at least. So I streamed a couple hours of it when that was the first time I played it. That was the first time I ever booted up this game. That was about a couple weeks ago now as of this recording. And I was like, oh, this is very like on rails. You know, I just started off with the simple difficulty and wanted to get used to it and stuff, and did 4 or 5 stages, however many there are before you get to the bonus stuff. I went through all of them. I'm pretty sure I went through a few of them, and I was like, oh, it's weird that I can't like go back and cut across here and there. And Jiggy was like, you hopped in the chat and you're like, wait, I don't understand. I remember like going in the middle of the stages and doing all this thing. And for me, the on rails thing was like, oh, but that's what Paperboy is to me, because that's what the original 2 are on NES and Super Nintendo and the ones that I've had experience with. So I was like, okay, I guess that's fine, but I don't understand why I'm not able to move around. And then when you go to the medium difficulty, then you really start playing the game. And I think I enjoyed the fact that you can kind of go to other places and do a little bit more and things like that. But I don't know if it fully clicked with me. I don't know. I'm going to have to like sort of sift through my feelings a bit as we talk about it. But Jiggy, you loved this game growing up. You had obviously had the experience with it and stuff. Like, is it the jumps? Is it the fact that it's just sort of quirky? Like, what's the deal? Like, what's the big plus for you when you're playing this?
First, I need to say that when you were playing it, I don't think I ever played it on easy mode, because I never had that experience of being on rails. And when you did that, I was like, am I just like making this entire game up in my head, because it played completely different? And no, I was not. So I was glad
That made
to
you
learn
feel.
that.
I'm glad it made you feel better. I'm glad.
Well, it's kind of cool that they have that sort of callback, and like that's the easy mode, which I guess makes sense if it's more on rails, more traditional Paperboy.
Yeah.
But riding around in 3D, I think the absurdity, like right now, there's a bonus level playing on the stream that's like you're racing around the streets with tornadoes coming at you, and the tornadoes have faces on them. Like the absurdity of the things that are happening around you, and it's a game about a boy on a bicycle delivering newspapers. Like, I love that. It's got a level of charm. Even the menu that's like that pseudo like 3D, like it's great.
I like these sort of art rendition things too for all the stages. I like those. Those are
It's
cool.
got a lot of style, and the game graphically does not like look that appealing, but it's got this like charm to it that makes me like it. I also really like the mechanic of, if you throw a newspaper and you're accurate with it, you can you can drop it in a mailbox from like way far away, and it'll like gauge your score and like measure like, 36-foot shot, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That to me gives me motivation to improve and just like keep improving my score. At least as I'm playing through the levels. It's also one of those games that I feel is really satisfying too. I play a level and I will keep replaying the level and like getting the coins to unlock the bonuses, get the high score, get all the mailboxes, and just keep like progressing through that way. Like it almost has this nice structure of just complete everything in the first world, move to the second world, complete everything, move to the third world, and that's how maybe that's the DK64 fan in me, but that's just how I do games, I like to complete everything.
You want to
in
go
one
back
go.
and perfect it, right? Like that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, so I don't know. There's a lot of elements. The arcadey elements, just you can pop in, you can play it for a bit, finish a world or whatever. It's just very segmented, very easy to balance. And then the silliness, and like I feel like every time I play this game, I'm just like, oh, I forgot about that power up. Oh, I forgot I could do this. Oh, I forgot. Oh, you can time your like jumps off of ramps and just go flying. Like it's silly. That's the only way I can describe it. It's silly and it's fun. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it does have that personality, right? And that actually goes a long way. At least for me, it made a big difference because I don't know, gameplay wise, it's fine.
There's not much to it.
It's fine.
There's not much to
simple.
it. It's pretty basic.
Yeah, it's okay to be simple, but I don't know. I think there's small decisions in it for me that were like, some of it's based on how they sort of tally your going back and perfecting things, for example. So it's like, oh, you have 6 houses to throw the newspapers at, and the ones that are colored, the ones that are lit up essentially, are the ones that you need to hit in order to sort of quote unquote finish the stage and move on to the next one. Great, no problem. I can do that, whether it's on rails or whether it lets you sort of loop around and stuff in the higher difficulties. Okay, sure, I'll make sure that happens. But then it doesn't really tell you that you need to also toss the papers at the other houses as well that aren't marked in the same way, because you need to get those to also progress to like the bonus stages. I think it is. You have to deliver. Yeah. Dude,
You just have to break certain things, right?
well,
Like,
the
I
coins.
know you-
Oh, maybe the coins get
Okay.
you to.
The coins
bonus-
get you the bonus levels,
bonus,
and
right.
I mean, it could be like you have to interact with the house or something.
Well, yeah, you see how it says like 6 of 19, 8 of 20, like things like that, like those.
Right.
That there's 19 houses in that entire level. If you get all of them, you get points for getting all of them. Whatever it awards you for that. So there's more than just the ones that it marks. And when you go back in
Right.
the higher difficulties, there's more houses to throw it to. Anyways,
Well-
little things like that. I was like, what? Why? Just tell me I need to deliver to all the houses. Like,
What it
it's
does,
fine, but
yeah, it is weird that it doesn't do it in like one sitting.
yeah,
But
yeah.
what it does, it's like you play the world or you play the level. It starts out with 6 mailboxes,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you go back to that level again, it just goes to a slightly harder difficulty,
Yes.
and then it gives you like, I don't know, 12
And
12
a few
houses to
more.
deliver to, and it totals out at whatever the total for each neighborhood is.
Yeah,
Um,
I guess my thing was like why isn't it available from the start? And whatever you get, and those are the points you get. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
but it does add the replayability, like you're saying. You go back and you try and do better, and do it faster. Points and whatever. So there's something to that, I guess.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, well, I have enough time. Why don't I just loop back around or explore a little bit more? But then it just cuts the level off on you, and that's the part I think that I didn't like, was that it just
The
stops
timer.
the stage. It was like, but there's more to. I know there's more to explore, and there's more to do. Why don't I just do it? Say I completed it. Say I got the coins. I got the 6 out of 6. Let me just mess around for the extra minute that I have. I don't know. I thought that would have been kind of a fun idea, and sort of like a quote unquote open world ish type of approach where it just lets you exit when you want to exit, kind of thing. So I don't know. That's just maybe it's a minor gripe. Maybe it's just not the point of the game, and I was just sort of missing that. But yeah, I don't know. Jake, what do you think?
It's a twist from the original. I think they're
Yeah.
trying to call back to the original game where obviously you only had, I think, one level in the original, and you started off with limited houses on your street that you had subscriptions for and you had to deliver to. I always found it difficult to know which ones I had to deliver to. I thought there's some
I
memorization
remember
involved
that
there.
too.
But in this one, the doors are bright green. You can't miss it, which I appreciate. And then, but the original, it was like days of the week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yes,
And as you went through the
right.
days of the week, the better you did, the more houses you had to deliver to. The worse you did, you would lose subscribers and lose houses, and then you could die from that.
See, I
This, you
like-
don't lose
I like
subscribers
that.
ever.
Yeah.
It's neat, but could be very frustrating. Whereas this one,
Yeah.
you only get better. And you're right. The ultimate end game of each world is to explore and find the secrets. And
Yeah.
I don't think they're very upfront on that being the thing to do. Like when I first was going through, I was powering through, working on my aim, trying to get on all the houses, and then I stumbled across a couple of the coins, and that's when I realized, oh, you really want to take those extra papers and break everything. Throw a paper at every dog, break every window, hit the barbecues, hit the lawnmowers, the whole 9 yards. And that was not something that was in the original. The original had hazards, and you'd always try and avoid them, but they didn't have secrets. And I kind of like the
Yeah,
secrets.
or it
in
was
this.
like a
Yes.
dog would come out or whatever it is, and it would like
Yeah.
stop them in their tracks when you threw a paper at them, so you wouldn't run
Yeah.
into it. That was kind of the idea. Which I guess some of the stuff does that here too, right? But that was the point of that mechanic. Whereas here, yeah, the exploration. I mean, it's in 3D. Just let's go a little bit.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can do. I get it. It's a kid on a bike with newspapers, but you can have this bonus stage like this one and do a bunch of tricks and stuff. That's fun.
Yeah.
I-
And the power ups.
And the power ups, yeah. So the power ups, I also had. I mean, again, this maybe was one of those games where like, oh, I should have grabbed the manual or checked it. I had no idea there were power ups. I didn't know what they did. I thought there were points. I didn't know what I was doing. One of them looked like a rocket. I was like, oh, that probably means I can go faster. That's the only one I understood. Jiggy, I think I remember when I was streaming it, you were like, oh, I think that's your health. Some of that stuff you're picking up. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. What am I picking up? I didn't even know I had health. Like, I had no idea.
To be fair, we were like trying to discern if that actually was health, and I'm
That's
like,
right. Yeah.
every time you got hit, I would watch that meter, and I like kept track of it, and I'm like, yes,
Yes.
he is getting hurt.
Yes,
It
question
was
mark?
like hard. Yeah, I don't know. Some of those power ups are really cool though. Like the spring power up is a favorite of mine. It just launches you into the air. There's like an earth. It's like a globe with like an explosion around it, and you basically like jump into the air and do like a big slam, and it makes like a shockwave explosion that can like
I
blow up
did
stuff
not
around you.
get that
I didn't
at
get
all.
that at all.
What?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's
Where?
pretty cool.
Okay.
Specifically if you go into the RV level,
Okay.
there's like a dumpster you can blow up, and then that power up is there. I don't know if I found it in any other level, but I saw it in that one, and I was like, "Whoa, that was awesome."
Maybe it's just one of those ones where it's like a one and done
Maybe.
type thing.
I'll be honest, I
Possibly.
hate the RV level because it's the only level that I played where I felt like there were so many hazards, and you have such a limited view of around you. Basically, the cars. It was basically the cars.
Yeah.
If you're on the road, you turn and then there's a car and it smacks you. And I remember just like getting knocked down like 3 times in a row, just trying to like get out of the road. What, this sucks.
Yeah, it ruins your momentum. It's fun to kind of just like keep things rolling and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I got a single power up outside of the tutorial level. I remember the spring power up in the tutorial, and that was fun to use.
Yeah.
I don't think I got anything else outside of that. That's interesting.
Yeah, the jetpack one is in a couple of the bonus stages. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
there's a few stages that had that one. I think that was probably the most common one, which makes sense because it just gives you some speed or whatever, right? But it's fun to have those. I wish maybe they were a little bit like, I feel like things get like, especially with the speed one and maybe with the spring one, I didn't only use it a couple times, but that things feel so unwieldy. I feel like you control very janky, like it's very, very tight the way he controls on the bike. So you're taking a turn at a higher speed and you are just all over the place. Like I felt like I just lost control, and it's cool. It's a cool idea, but I think the execution of it felt too unwieldy for me in order to like rely on it, unless it was like a clear level, like a bonus stage where it just wants you to go fast and get from A to B kind of thing. But I don't know.
There's a whole trick system in this game, and I don't think I used it again outside the tutorial. Like, it's neat that it's there, but I didn't find a use for using the tricks.
I
couple bonus levels. It's really not
that's it.
It's not something they use, honestly.
Yeah.
It's just something you can do. But then again, I think of like Spider-Man on PS5 or whatever. It's like
That's fair.
there's a trick system in that, and you don't really need it.
That's
So,
true. It gives you like a very, very tiny amount of like whatever it gives you. I can't even remember.
Just give you that extra little flair, something to do if you're in the air.
Yeah, that's true. Nice. That rhymed. That was cool.
Intentional.
So I have no
Totally
idea.
planned.
That was 100% planned. 100%. I'm not feeling well, and somehow that clicked with me immediately when you said that. It's the haze of the sinus cold, everybody. One of the things I do like though is right now we're watching a level that is based on this sort of Frankenstein type thing, and it's it's themed around that. I guess there's a story to be had here. At least it gets you to go to different areas and do different things. At least like, is there a story? I don't know, but at least they're like trying to create this extra thing. It's never really talked about. I don't know if you need to like read the manual in order to understand, but like, why is this big-headed guy creating a Frankenstein that you have to shut off? And
Yeah,
I don't
I
really get
didn't
it.
look at the manual. That's something I totally would do, so I'm totally gonna do that in just a little bit. But I know that guy, the mad scientist, Dr. Tesla, I think that's his name. Appropriate. He
Yeah.
and appropriate with your comment, with your intro. I was like, I don't know if you planned that. But
It
I was
works
like,
on multiple levels, sir.
I was like, whoa.
I'm smarter than the guy with a giant head. How about that in this video game? How about that?
Well, that guy also comes back after you beat Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
And he comes back and his brain is put inside a giant gorilla. And then I can't remember if there's any other bosses. I don't know. There's an alien. Is like
there's
the
an
end
alien
game.
boss, and I want to say it's a brain in a jar. I wonder if it's the same dude.
I think it's an actual alien though, and it is in a
Okay.
jar. It's like a shielded thing.
Yeah.
But it's like an alien with a big eye.
Yeah.
But
I'm actually
I
looking
can't
at the.
remember
I'm
if
looking
Just
at
to
the
stop and
manual right now.
appreciate.
There's nothing.
We're talking about Paperboy, and we're
Yeah.
talking about Paperboy,
Yes.
and there's giant gorillas, Frankenstein
Exactly.
monsters, and aliens.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's hard not to love that, right?
That's true. That's at least there's that. Yeah.
This game is absurd, and I love it. I'm here for it. It's simple,
think-
but it's like you can't.
Wasn't-
If you describe this to someone, they'd be like, "Are you high? Like, what's going on?"
Yeah.
Wait,
It's not my
you're
Paperboy.
delivering papers? Like, what are you taught? What? No.
You're collecting brains on the street. What is this game? You're shooting aliens with papers. What is this? It is definitely out there as a game, and that is the part where, when I first played this, I think I bounced after the Canadian level with the moose. I think I stopped there, and I really should have kept going because there's a lot of a surprising amount of stages in this game, and
At
they only
first it
get
looks like there's
wackier
not
as
much
you go.
there. Yeah. Like at
Yeah.
first it looks like there's not much, but there is more. You're right. Yeah. I'm looking through the manual right now. I found it. It talks about Tesla Town. It talks about
Deep lore.
Dr. Tesla's castle, but it doesn't explain who this guy is or why. Like there's no like page that says here's the characters. This is what the option menu does. There's secret codes in this apparently.
Yes, I actually used a few.
Gravity.
They're showing you subscriber house and non-subscriber house. So the colored houses and the black and white ones. The HUD, things like that. Like that's pretty much it. It doesn't actually explain what the dealio is. So I don't know. Maybe we got to find it in Nintendo Power and they'll explain it. I don't really know.
The deep lore for Dr. Tesla is that he really likes Marmaduke, and when the local paper cut out Marmaduke, he got upset and he turned evil.
Are you kidding?
That's really all it is.
The only funny comic, clearly, the only funny comic. He's so
Marmaduke,
upset.
yeah.
So anyway, they're at least like as stupid or ridiculous, whatever you want to call it, as it is. At least you're doing something different. At least there's some variety there. Like it doesn't, like we said, it's having fun. At least it's going a little bit crazy with it, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that part of it. Maybe they could have gone further, I think is my thing. It's like, oh, this is fun. This is variety. This is interesting. Why can't I have like, I'm in a castle. Why can't I go, I don't know. Like we know what we need. Paperboy Lost in Time. What's the Ninja Turtles game? It's
Turtles in Time.
Turtles in Time. Paperboy in Time. We need Paperboy in Time. That's what we need. That would be fun.
I think a good mechanic that this game should have too is allowing you, having different vehicles would be cool, or like a different method of transport. That'd be sweet. I'd love
Like
the option to get off
like
the
an
bike.
X scooter from 1995, like one of
Or
those.
skateboard or something. Yeah.
Yeah, just roller skates. Like,
Yeah.
let's think of a
yeah,
couple different options.
Yeah.
That would be cool. But I think if you got off the bike like if you had the mechanic where you could get off the bike or knocked off the bike, it would add a few things. Like I was just looking at that boss level,
Yeah.
fighting Frankenstein, and it's a small area. You have the bike, and to Dave's point, it's not that the game controls bad. I don't think it controls bad, but it constantly puts you in these situations where there's a lot of tight corners and you got to move, and the bike moves fairly quickly, and it's like fairly responsive. So you just imagine like going your full send in a direction, and then you got to quickly turn right, and then the camera like catches up to it.
Yeah.
It's fine. It works, but it's a little jank sometimes depending on the level design.
Yeah, I think
Like-
so. Like we've seen
especially
worse, but it's not great.
Yeah.
And especially for that level, the boss stage 2, where you have to hit those machines that the doctor turns on.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
to break the machines while avoiding Frankenstein. But it's a small space, but you're trying to maneuver in a tight circle, but also aim your papers at the machines and not miss them. Because if you miss one, I think he turns it back on again, and it delays how long it takes to beat the boss. So
Yeah.
it's definitely, it's not bad. It's just clunky. That's all. And
Yeah,
there are many
confused-
games that are clunky on the N64.
Yeah,
not
I
just
think
this.
part of it too is that the issue is that like you're directing the bike and also throwing with pretty much the exact same control.
Yeah.
So it's hard to do, I guess, because just the way that there's one joystick. You can't have a quote unquote, a dual joystick experience with this, but like maybe there was another way to do it where you could just sort of switch your direction a little bit with the C buttons or something, unless I missed something like that. But I'm pretty sure you're just aiming with the joystick while also controlling the direction of your bike, and it just you're sort of playing two systems at once, and that doesn't really mesh that well. When I don't know, I feel there's got to be another option, but I could just be overthinking it.
It works well when you're on those more like traditional stages of like you're on the road throwing to the left or right, and you can kind of maneuver around that. I think it works well there, but
Yeah.
it's just any application that requires you to turn in a small vicinity just gets a little frustrating to aim and things. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't feel
fine.
like it's great or bad. It's just fine.
Yeah,
I was getting good at throwing papers in mailboxes though. Like I said, I mean, let's do it.
yeah,
Every
Jake,
time it popped
you
up,
were
it said
saying,
perfect.
yeah, you were saying before. Well, both of you guys were really, but like, sort of getting better at this game is like a big thing. Did you like you found that you were sort of perfecting your approach and stuff like that with the levels?
Yeah, it's rare that I want to go back to a stage and kind of get a better time. But
Right.
I kind of think the motivator was to get the secrets. So going back and doing it
Mhm.
faster and then having time left over to find secrets was interesting.
Yeah.
Like you, I started on easy just to get a feel for the stages. And I didn't realize at first that you could unlock free roam on a hard difficulty. So what I would do is I would deliver the papers perfect on the first run and then pedal faster to get looped around. And then I would find secrets. And then once I realized if I played on medium or whatever it was, suddenly
Yeah.
I can go wherever I wanted. It was
I know,
almost a
I didn't
different game.
understand that at all. I was so confused.
It's strange.
Yeah.
Like one of the benefits of this game is that it is more wide open in that you can go from left to right side of the streets. So making you
Mhm.
have it on rails is an interesting way of doing it. I understand why they did that, but it's almost better if you play on the regular difficulty and not go easy.
Yeah, and it's not
No.
super difficult, like even for kids, like if they were playing it or us when we were younger or something. I feel like
Yeah.
it would be it's like not that you would get perfect in everything or whatever, I would say, if you weren't like quite honing your skills with it and stuff, but like I think there's obstacles and there's difficulty to it, but like I think you could make your way around as a less experienced gamer and figure it out.
Yeah.
But also, like, isn't that the whole point of games from this generation, is to just like, one of the reasons why they would make a game like this is, oh, this is a classically 2D top-down game. We're gonna make it 3D. Okay.
Yep.
Experience the world in
And with-
3D. So just make that
and
from the
with-
beginning.
64.
And with that in mind, I don't expect it to be a lot of levels. Like usually from that
Yeah.
era, when they do something like this, there's usually a handful of levels, or it's very repetitive. I think but this is a Williams game, right? I think
Midway.
Midway. Did they did
Yeah,
Robotron
Midway.
as well for the N64? I think I got a lot of similar
Was
vibes from it
Robotron
too.
also? Yeah.
Funny
it might have
enough,
been
I
Midway
think
as well.
Dave, didn't I convince you to play Robotron?
Yes, on
Like
the same
in the same
on the
the
same stream. First time I played it, and I was like, "What
Really?
the fuck is this game? It's amazing."
It's amazing, but it's also very like it's also when I think of taking a classic game and reimagining it for the N64, I think of Robotron because it's
Okay.
nothing. There's not a whole lot to it, but it's done well. And I thought Paperboy would be similar in that it's not a whole lot to it. It's just taking the classic 2D game and making it 3D. But there's a lot of levels here, and I didn't realize that until I used the cheat code because I only have so much time in a week. I used a cheat code to unlock all the stages, and I was able to go through all the different stages to see what there was. And when I realized how many stages there are, my mind was kind of blown to the point where I kind of wish they foreshadowed how much there is in the game. Because at first glance, you're like, oh, 1 or 2 worlds, maybe get a better time, bonus stages. I didn't think there was that much content in the cart because I've been used to that before, where you rent a game for the N64 and you not get ripped off, but there isn't a whole lot to do on a cartridge. That's not the case for here. There's actually quite a bit of stuff in this cart.
Yeah, and I think that was my thing too. My initial feeling when I played it on stream, and I played it again a couple days later, was like on that stream, I was like, oh, I think I got the gist of this game. I played it for a couple hours, which some of it was just figuring it out, some of it was talking, some of it, whatever, right? So it wasn't like set down and hone in for 2 hours straight, but I was like, okay, I get it. There's bonus stages. I'm sure I know I haven't unlocked everything. I didn't get perfect on this and get all the unlock, whatever. But then when I went back, I was like, oh yeah, like exactly what you're saying. There is more to this, because I thought the exact same thing. I thought, oh, this is one of those games that if you rented it and you played it for a couple days, that's all you needed. You didn't have to go to the store and spend $60 or 70 or whatever. You wouldn't really need to. I still kind of feel that way, but also, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. It wasn't as egregious as I thought it was initially. So the more you play, the more you get out of it, and the more quirky it gets, which is exactly what Jiggy keeps saying about why he loved it so much back then. I think that makes a huge difference, because the incentive, for me at least, eventually wasn't just like, oh, I just want to play this more and more and more. It was, what other crazy shit can I do in this?
Yes.
Like, what other weird shit is going to go on, instead of just like, we're looking at it like a construction site. Okay, construction site's cool and all, but get me to that gorilla, get me back to the Tesla town thing. Like, do those types of things, which at least they let you do more of it. At least it does come back in some ways, but which is why I also had that idea of like a feeling of, oh, I just wish it was just this, or more of just this, Paperboy in time, make it happen. That's kind of why I felt that way. I still think it. Yeah.
To quote my 5-year-old nephew, playing this game, you go, "What is happening?"
Did you show him this?
Oh, I'm going to.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. I went down a rabbit hole while you guys were talking for a minute, because
I like it.
Now that I learned that Robotron 64 was made by Midway as well, because I don't think I connected 2 and 2 together. The main protagonist in Robotron 64 looks an awful lot like Dr. Tesla from this game.
You're right.
And so I had to look up, and I'm like, do we know anything about this Robotron guy? So I couldn't find anything, but I feel like there's a connection there.
When we cover that game, which people have sent messages to me about that, I'd be like, when are you going to cover that? That's one of those ones that people want to see us talk about. I guess I had very little experience, even knowing Robotron, the initial, like the first one was, but people have some love for those games. So that's going to be one that's on the list, like everything else is, but it seems like there's more love for that than I would have even expected. So,
yeah, I was surprised people loved it too. It was like, I always had that in my collection growing up, and no one ever talked about it ever. And every time I brought it up, people are like, "What's that?"
Yeah, I would have said, "What's that?" I just recognized the box art, which never really tells you anything most of the time. So, unless it's Paperboy.
Speaking of box art,
yeah.
So I said, and I'm not bashing Paperboy. I actually do like the game. But man, does that box art look nothing like this game? When you compare the box art protagonist with the face of the weird, almost like crayon drawing mouth on the 3D model.
Yep.
The hell are they doing?
Yeah, it's so crazy. Like, it's like old movies or video games, like especially the old like Atari games and stuff. They had these artistic renditions of everything because they had to. And those artists that did that work, especially on Atari, I think it's kind of known for that, are pretty freaking cool. They're great. Like, those are pieces of art. This is kind of trying to do that, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, but the thing is, like, what he's wearing doesn't even match, like, color-wise. Like, it's completely different. Like, the boy's wearing a red shirt, or, red shirt, blue cap, I think. Yeah. He's wearing a striped helmet in the art, and a yellow shirt and blue shorts. I mean, it's like, it almost reminds me of, like, Mega Man.
Fine.
How in, like, 100%. North America, they're just like, oh, like, just make some art for this, and they didn't understand.
Oh, yeah, the Mega Man ones, yeah.
Totally different.
Just give him a gun for no reason, yeah.
We're making a game about a paperboy, and there's a bald guy with goggles and a vicious dog, and, like, make something. Okay?
Sure, go for it. Like, it's, I don't know, it's fun, I guess, but, like, is the kid even, in the game, is the kid even wearing a helmet? No, he's wearing a hat.
No, he's wearing a hat.
Wearing a hat, like, no. You know? Like, I wrote this down. We were talking about the way the game looks and stuff. I wrote this down as a thing too. Hold on. Jake, you'll probably get this. I doubt you know what this is, Jiggy, based on, I think it's a Canadian show. And also, it was probably before your time. But the mix of the box art and the way the actual game looks reminds me of the cartoon from the mid to late 90s, I think it was, called Stickin' Around. Do you remember that, Jake? That show?
Vaguely, yes, I do remember that. Especially with the way the face is designed. That makes sense.
Yeah, so I'm going to find it. Stickin' Around to show you guys in the meantime. And that's what it reminded me of. Like, it kind of like...
It does. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like, but I think the charm in like this 2D hand-drawn semi-stick figure type thing looks better. Whereas it looks like he has stick arms in the game, but is not supposed to.
Yeah. This is full send into that, and Paperboy is just like, well, we didn't know how to model.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it feels like. It feels like it feels like it was a budget title in terms of the graphics, but I got to remind myself that the N64, not every game was like, Turok 64. Not every game looked as nice as Mario 64.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There were in between ones, right? But I do feel like they could have done a little bit more detail on these character models, especially the environments are great. I think are awesome. But the guys that, the angry old man who walks along the street, like, you don't even see his face. There's no details on his face. The dog is barely recognizable.
Stuff at all. Yeah.
Like the car looks like something Homer Simpson drives. That's fine, but I dig the tornadoes. Those are really cool. Like, there's a lot of great models there, but some of the NPCs I think are a little bit under detailed, and I think that's a disservice. They could have done more there.
Yeah. Also reminds me too. I pulled up the one commercial that I could find for this game. One commercial. First, let me know if you guys can hear this. Could you guys hear that? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
The game, yeah.
Now we're gonna go to the commercial. It's weird. Wait, please. I hope people are watching this, because if you haven't seen the commercial, the beginning, in my opinion, is fucked up, and then it kind of gets like, okay, I get it, and then it's scary at the end. So
scary.
No, bad dog, no.
Oh, come on! A commercial for our commercial.
Oh no! Oh no!
Commercials are
Scary, scary.
The horrors of advertising.
This lady's about to beat the shit out of this dog.
You are gonna get it.
Paperboy is back.
Oh wow!
Justice.
Who's that
With
guy?
25 neighborhoods, 3D environments, and all new
freaking
targets.
second.
Yeah. Hold on. I will
That
pause.
model.
Paper.
That model
Oh wow!
is totally different. We have a third model.
But he's wearing a blue hat at least. He's more similar
like-
to the game
He
than
looks
the
like
box
a
art
combination between the box art and the actual game.
Yes.
He's the in between. He's the link.
is.
The
Is that what it's
missing
supposed to be? The missing link of Paperboy.
Oh
This
man,
was the
that
guy.
is
So the
disturbing, though.
guy on the box art had the first job. This guy's the second job, and then the third job that perfected it was the guy that you play in the game. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He looked at the 3D model and said, "We can't do this on the N64. No. We got to strip it down."
This is like this guy looks like. Please watch our video or look up the commercial. I get it. It's the mid-ish 90s. It's not great the way these are, but it looks like very early. If you ever watch really early Pixar shorts from like 92,
Yes.
1990, this looks like it's 4 years, 5 years dated, even though this is, I think, 97 when this commercial was out or something. Like
You want to know what it looks like?
Reboot.
Johnny Quasar.
Johnny, I don't even know what the hell Johnny Quasar is. Should I know what
Yeah,
that is?
I didn't think anyone did. So
Do you know what reboot is? Jake said reboot. Do you know what reboot is?
No, I don't.
Oh,
Another Canadian show.
Another Canadian show that is so genius. All CG, all early 90s, mid 90s CG stuff where there's characters that live inside a computer. And every time the person plays a video game, the characters that live in the computer need to play that game within it. And then there's viruses and there's like, yeah, it's such a cool idea.
Sounds kind of like Code Lyoko a little bit.
Sure. I don't know.
It's like one of the
This also
first,
looks
if
like-
not the first CGI TV show. And it was pretty revolutionary. Like
Okay.
when I look at the American shows around that time, I think the first one I saw that was American was the Donkey Kong CGI nightmare.
Yeah.
This looks a lot better than that, but definitely reminds me of this Paperboy model for sure.
Gotta get it back, gotta take it back, give it back. Great song.
Such a weird thing.
By the way,
and-
Johnny Quasar was the prototype of Jimmy Neutron. Just to like,
Oh, that show I know.
I know.
yeah,
Jimmy-
but it's
Jimmy
before
Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron. It's before Jimmy Neutron looked good. And if you think Jimmy Neutron doesn't look good, go look up Johnny Quasar.
I will look it up right now.
It's a different time.
Johnny Quasar,
Quasar.
1995 and 97. Oh wow, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man. Hey, maybe that's Dr. Tesla's son.
Oh, further connection down the rabbit hole.
The connection gets deeper.
Building that lore, brick by brick.
We are doing a better job than this game did. Just by accident. While we're at it, since I got the sound pulled up, let's listen to some of the game. Oh, also, I want to listen to where's the intro is fun. I like the intro.
Great music.
Right on time.
See, like, I appreciate the tree, the sun, the spiral designs. Like, I get the aesthetic. I like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good. It's like an artistic choice to have the windows and the houses kind of be all off a little bit. The sun to have that swirl, like you said. That's like a hand drawn style that they put into a 3D game and rendered it in this way. I like that. I agree. I think that's a good thing. You know what that actually just reminded me of, Jiggy? I was listening to that a couple days ago, the intro, which is why I wanted to choose to play it because I like the music too. I thought it was great. It reminds me of the music that we touted that we really liked in Rocket Robot on Wheels that we played last year.
Yes, it does sound like Rocket Robot on Wheels. You're
which
right.
has great music, great sort of like
Yeah.
quirky jazzy tunes and stuff, and sounds very similar, at least in the intro. The rest of the game it's so, but the intro sounds just like that. And I was like, oh man, that game is good.
Is that a real game name, or are you just making that up?
No, we did. Yeah, we did. No,
Rocket on Wheels. What?
Rocket.
You don't know. It was made by Sucker Punch.
Yep.
Oh, really?
On the N64. Yep. It is a platformer about a robot that has basically a unicycle.
Yeah, it's basically a unicycle. It has
It's
some, like,
very
crazy-
physics based, and it's pretty fun.
It's a very good example of early physics in 3D in this generation. Like it's obviously not perfect. That's fine. It's early and stuff, but for the most part, I think we thought that it did a pretty damn good job. Like,
Yeah, it's solid.
yeah, it's 100% worth playing. Like it's good. It's not a small game either, which was great. But we have a full episode on it. Bill from Gaming and Collecting came on, and 3DO Experience. Like he came on, and I thought of him initially. The game came up and I was like, Bill, I think you said you really liked this game, right? And he goes, oh yeah, we're finding a time to talk about this and play this. I was like, all right, great, let's do it. So that's how that was the first time I played that game too. But anyways, this also has some physics, not quite as good as Rocket Robot on Wheels though. Not quite the same.
This is cartoon physics.
Yeah, it's cartoon, and it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. So, yeah, overall, I think, this is probably not a game that, let's say, maybe when you were younger, like when you had a Jiggy and stuff, it'd be like, okay, you can get a lot out of this. I think it's got some depth there and stuff.
Yeah.
I think ultimately, though, if you're going to go out and search to play this game, I think, I don't know how much it goes for out there to like buy it physically and stuff.
I'm sure it's cheap.
It's probably
I'm sure
cheap, and that's fine.
This is, I mean,
That's fine.
I think my dad got this back in the day for like $10 or something from like a sale, and it was just one of those that was like in a bin. He's like, well, let's get it and see if we like it, And
yeah, if you look at it now, if you get you can get it for about anywhere between 20 to 40 bucks. With some of these come with the manual but no box. Some of them are just the cartridge. That sounds about right. I think that's fair.
I think if you look at it objectively as a retro game on N64 to add to your collection, I say 20 bucks, 30 bucks. That's fair.
Yeah, a lot of games go for that. So that's not too bad. The last thing I wanted to mention was another part of the whole like fun, quirky aspect of it was the headlines on the newspapers before you start each stage. Those are a lot of fun.
A lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. And I think other than like maybe the first one or something, are they randomized? I don't know if you guys like got more than just a few.
They're definitely random.
Are they random? Okay, yeah.
I think it depends on, I think there's triggers for like specific ones. So like, for example, in the I'm just using the RV one because I just remember that one vividly.
Yeah.
I threw a paper at the pretty girl walking around like right away, and then it said like whatever her name was, like Candace got attacked by the paper boy or something.
Oh, okay.
And it's like stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're I think maybe the first one's the only one where it's like it says a new paper boy or something, but then other than that, they seem to be randomized. Or like you said, like, so that's a cool, fun idea. The picture might change or something too, I think. But what I found was some unused ones that the developers had that are locked in some code within the game. And some of them are amazing. I could see why some of them maybe they don't put in there, but I have a whole list of ones. I'll fire off a couple. Power-ups. They do the body good.
Yes.
That's a good one. I like
yes,
that.
Indeed.
There's a big spider on your shoulder. Don't eat yellow snow. Where is it? I can see you. And then the follow-up one to that is I'm still watching you.
That's terrifying.
Very fourth wall, yeah.
Very fourth. Yeah, there's a lot of like, yeah. The list that I pulled these from was like had like 40 of them or something. It was huge. Another one says zombie singing sensation tops the charts. that should have been in there. I feel like that could have worked in some of those other stages, but study finds children are shorter than adults.
That's science.
Help, I'm trapped inside a video game.
Oh my gosh.
And then finally, the ones that I like the most are three of them. One is, I am the Eggman. The next is, I am the Walrus. And the third one is, Cuckoo Cachoo.
That's amazing. I love that one.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was it's three different ones, apparently, at least according to the code where where I found that it said that was that. So, yeah, like that's an example of the quirkiness and personality they put into the game. I think that's the reason to play it and sort of experience those extra stages, like you said, Jake. You keep saying like it got better as you went on and everything, and I think that's right. Like I think you just had more interesting, wacky things to do, and that's for me why I would play it. Overall, I don't know that I love the gameplay per se, but I like what is around it, I think. So, I don't know. Do you want sometimes I forget, sometimes I remember. Do we want to give it a score? Jiggy, what do you think, man?
6.5 if I had to rate it on 1 to 10. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's okay, leaning toward good. That's how I describe it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. It's kind
Yeah.
of like, yeah, that's all right. Yeah. I'm gonna go for like a 5 because I think I like the game. I didn't like the gameplay as much as you guys did, but all the stuff that we talked about still makes the personality of it. I think it's hard to pull that off, especially in older games, because of limitations of what they had at the time. But if you can pull off some personality and some originality in your game, then even more reason to sort of check it
Yeah.
out. So I think that's where it's going to get most of the points, and yeah, I'd put it sort of right in the middle. So just so for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to rate it, I would say a 6.
Yeah.
I think this is a game where if I rented it, I'd be happy. I'd be fine with that. But I think if I had paid for it, because the Nintendo cartridges were notoriously expensive, if I paid full price for this, might have been a little bit peeved. But a rental, totally doable. And as a retro game today to play on emulation, yeah, no brainer. I'd absolutely give this one a go.
Yes, that's true. That's a good way to play it. It's totally fair. That's how I did it, and it played well. It played totally well. It's not like an overly complex game to emulate, I would say. So I think that helps. 64 emulation is notoriously sort of hit and miss depending on how you play it. So on the EverDrive that Jiggy and I have, it played perfectly, and with the 64 controller, it was good. So yeah, check it out if you want. You could spend a few hours playing a lot worse things, I think. So that's just Paperboy, not Paperboy 64. But we can call it Paperboy 64. Screw it, whatever. Paperboy 64.
Do we want to take bets at whether this is going to come to NSO before Donkey Kong 64? Because at this point, I've lost all faith.
You know what? I would say yes.
Diddy Kong Racing.
Diddy, yeah. Oh my God! Like, come on. Those two games especially would kill it. I would say I would take that bet and say yes, but I don't know what the deal is going on with Midway. I know that Midway is a very complicated situation. As I don't know much about it, I just know it's a weird thing. So I'm gonna say no. I know it's a joke, but also you're kind of serious. So
there's a whole package of games from Midway on the N64. Some good, some not. Like they're the guys who did War Gods, which is pretty god awful.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try.
I mean, there's
bad.
Okay, yeah, it's a game.
What do you
there's
do
so
next
many
week,
from them.
What do you do next week?
War Gods? Is it a War God week? Sure, I'll play that.
It's a War Gods week when you say it's a War Gods week. How about that?
It's funny. I'm just thinking there's probably an executive out there somewhere at Midway who's like, no, we can't give this to Nintendo NSO. We're going to make a compilation of Midway hits for the N64, and we're going to charge $70 for it. And it'll be War Gods, Paperboy, and Robotron. It's probably the key items. That's what I think is probably happening. But I mean, I'm almost surprised it's not an NSO. But I mean, with the way Nintendo drip feeds those games, I don't know. Maybe it's a Switch 2 thing.
You need a Switch 2 to run Paperboy 64.
Paperboy. If we get Paperboy remastered before we get Banjo 3, I swear to crap.
Gosh.
Oh man, the problem is they're gonna
Paperboy remastered before Silk Song.
Or Banjo remastered
before Silk Song. Yeah, oh my God.
Not 3.
They're gonna the problem is they're gonna remaster it and just use like the AI remastering, and then it's gonna look even worse. Gonna look even worse. This is one of those ones that they would, if they do that with Tomb Raider, they're gonna do it with Paperboy. Come on, like Tomb Raider deserves better than that, and so does Paperboy, honestly. But if they would do it with a title like this,
I don't think I know this story. What is this Tomb Raider story?
the Tomb Raider remakes, I think it's 1 to 3.
They're like 1, 2, 3. Yeah,
something like that. That came out. I want to say like a month ago, 2 months ago, as we're sitting, something like that.
Yeah,
They used AI to redo a lot of the sort of background models and extra assets and things like that. And some of them are just so stupid that they obviously didn't check the work. They just said plug and play and that's it. And it's like,
and ship it.
Yeah. And just ship it. There's like these, sort of one I saw a couple days ago was like, there's like these, blocks on the wall from early PS1 days that are just blocks, but she's in a cavern or she's in some sort of cave or ancient place, and they replaced it with a giant phone like as if it's like a touchstone phone. So it says 1, 2, 3 all, And then it has like these random buttons beside the numbers too, as if that's what a phone looks like. It doesn't. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, so fucking lazy and so shitty. It's just, it's brutal.
You plug in an AI algorithm and be like, make it Tomb Raider, and everything just turns out like this.
Just like block chests everywhere. Yeah, that's
Just block chests, yeah. Uniboobs, yeah.
Uniboobs.
Like remaster is such a dirty word now. Like,
Yeah.
and it shouldn't have to be, because you can have remasters that are pretty good, right? Like I think that Spyro remaster was amazing.
Ooh, I want to play that.
Reignited
I
trilogy.
want to play that. So, yeah, I hear that's great.
But so many are just like half-assed remasters, or remasters that don't need to be remastered, right? Like
Days Gone.
Days Gone. Yeah, Days Gone.
I can't believe that was announced. I was like, are you kidding me? I was upset when they remastered Last of Us 1.
Yeah.
And Last of Us 2. They did both. But Last of Us 1 really irked me because they already had a remastered version. And now they're like, oh, we're remaking it with number 2's engine. I'm like, okay.
It still looks great before. You don't need to remaster what looks, but it holds up. You don't need to do anything to it.
Like,
it's
you're
crazy.
souring it. Like, you could, focus on a new game and then wait 15 years when the technology is actually advanced enough, and then make a proper trilogy.
Yeah.
Just like Spyro did and Crash did. I think those are the best examples of a proper remaster. Sure. Like, those are great. And I need it to happen for Banjo. Come on.
Yeah, I know, honestly. Are the Resident Evil ones considered remakes or remasters?
Remakes.
They're remakes.
Yeah, okay.
For sure.
Because those are all, to me, whether you like the game, the actual games or not, the way that they play, what they did, those are incredible. But yeah, I guess they're more remakes because it's like
they're
ground up kind of thing. But those games are like, they're great.
I heard
they're great.
Properly remaking 1 now, which got me excited.
Yes, that would be
the
fun.
remake of 2 is like the most incredible Resident Evil experience I think I've had. I really loved it.
I was so frustrated.
Really, I never played them.
Yeah, I loved play the remake of Resident Evil 2. It was amazing. Resident Evil 3 was okay. Resident Evil 4 is also amazing.
4 is the one that play. 4 is the one that played because
favorite.
It was tank controls on an action game, and now it's not. So that I think makes the biggest difference. Whereas 2, I can kind of understand why, like, oh, you do tank controls, it's more scary. 4 is an action game, whereas 2 is a little bit in between, right? So it's definitely improved. I don't want to get too far into like the Resident Evil thing, but I don't like the Mr. X part of Resident Evil 2. I think it's it ruins the
that's
game.
what I love.
I hate it. I hate it.
Stalking. I love the stalking.
I like the idea of it. I just think he's around too much. I think he's there too often, and yeah, I like X. I like that he's around. That became the game as opposed to exploring and trying to do the rest of the game. That's the problem.
I had such a good time. Not that I'm gonna dive into this too much, but I had such a good time with Resident Evil 2 remake because my wife was out of town. Okay. And that's not why, but she was out of town.
That's okay. That's why.
And it was like I kept the house dark. It was just me sitting here on my computer playing Resident Evil 2, and I at the time I didn't have my dog, so I didn't have her yet, but I had just my cat. I just had my cat sitting here on my lap, and we played like the whole game that whole week. It was just every night was a Resident Evil 2 night, and it was awesome. And I want to do it again.
Well, maybe when they do 1. That'd be good.
Yes,
with
1. I'm gonna do
1
it.
is all about the mood, right? 1 is that's what that's always been about, right? So hopefully, I mean, I'm sure they'll nail that. I just, it would be it's going to be cool to see, because I think that's the one that, other than 4, I still think the first one is what everybody thinks of when they say Resident Evil, but that's just my perception. I don't know if that's actually true, but so Paperboy, Jake, thanks.
Paperboy.
So how about that paper? How about that Paperboy? Yeah, Segway. Ooh, that's another vehicle you could use, a Segway.
Actually,
that'd be very 90s. Yeah,
that'd be
90s?
so sick.
Or was that 2000s?
Probably. I'm trying to think. I saw Segway when I went. Late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. Because I went to. I've seen them in the wild. First time I remember seeing one, I was a teenager. So. Yeah, probably early 2000. Yeah. Jake, press B to cancel. What's the dealio as 2025 kicks off?
Yes.
I know I was on an episode not too long ago. As of this recording, like we're usually a week or two away from when we record this and when it releases, but what's been happening so far or could be on tap for 2025 as you guys kick
don't
off
ask
the
me to
year?
plan ahead. We are really
That's
bad
fine.
at planning episodes ahead of time, especially
Same.
with lately when we're all sick.
Yeah, seriously.
Press me to cancel. We're also a podcast. Shocker, we're a video game podcast, just like Remember 64. And also we are a retro game podcast. Retro games, like what games? Retro games like last week we talked about Pokemon TCG Pocket.
Yeah.
Retro released in 2024. That was our topic last week.
So
Go
much has
retro.
happened in the last 2 months that last year does kind of feel like a long time ago.
So long ago. Time is flying. It's crazy. But no, it's me and 2 to 5 other co-hosts talking about whatever games we have on tap that week. And yeah, we have a good time. We also do it on YouTube, press B to cancel, or you can find our audio episodes everywhere from Amazon to Spotify to, I don't know. I use Pocket Cast personally, but we're all over the place. PressBTCancel.com as well for all of our links. And yeah, it's been great to come on this week and talk about Paperboy.
Yeah.
Like I said before, this is a game that I dismissed in my podcast and bashed it a little bit, but when I came back to replay it again, I actually have second thoughts. It's kind of good to go back and look at a game that's like, maybe I was wrong just this once.
Yeah, a little refresh
Paperboy,
and somewhat recently
game
too,
of
right?
second thoughts.
Jiggy hammering away over there, buddy. How's it going?
Oh, it's going. I need to say, he has the coolest background. Like I like my background. I see stuff I
Thank
need
you.
to pick up, but he's got a Pac-Man arcade cabinet and he's got Paperboy playing like on the background. I just really, I'm mesmerized every time. I should be looking at him when he's speaking, but I just kind of like glance behind him. I'm like watching the video in the background. Yeah, it's nice.
I think,
I
Jake,
tell
that's the
you,
goal, right? Just like, no, don't look at me. It's fine. Just look at what's behind
Just
me.
look at the machine. Yeah,
That's the whole point.
No, it's an arcade one-up machine I got a couple years ago for Christmas, and my wife was almost upset when she realized I wanted it only to take it apart and mod the damn thing. Everything there is brand new controls, different screen. I have the Mister in there, and she's like, "You did I buy it for you just because it has Pac-Man on the front?" Yes, you did. The fun was taking
just
it
for
apart.
the panel up top.
Yes, it was
think
worth it
that's
just for
awesome.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fun thing to do.
I've
That's
considered
awesome.
that. It's a lot of work. I've considered it. That's cool.
Yeah.
It looks great.
It's a lot of
Yeah, I'd
Jiggy,
consider it.
your background's cool. Come on.
I gotta put more stuff up there. More stuff to come. I gotta get rid of this curtain. I gotta fix up these wires, but I'm just too lazy. I'm just too lazy because I'm doing so much stuff on my channel,
Yeah, man.
like Crash Bandicoot this weekend. Focusing on that a little bit. I kind of moved into some PlayStation territory, so I'm just going through some classic PlayStation titles right now. Probably I'll stop after Crash and do something else again, but then I'll go back. I want to do Croc at some point too, because I think Croc would be cool with the new game out. So
Nice.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
a
it
good
might
yeah.
be fun.
I've
Also,
heard good
like
things about Croc.
what's that?
What was that?
I've heard a lot of good things about Croc. One of my co-hosts raves about Croc and says that's one of the best 3D platformers in his mind compared to it's up there with Mario and Donkey Kong.
Ooh, I got to revisit it then. I should do that. Haven't played that in ages.
Wait for the remaster. I'll make a
Yeah,
video on the
which
old
is
one
soon.
and then wait for the remaster and then let's talk about it.
Yeah. And that's actually that's this year, I think, right?
It's soon, I think.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't AI remaster Croc because then he just shows up as a leather purse or something.
That would also still kind of make sense, I guess, in some weird way. Remember 64. Find it on all your podcasts. As Jake said, just pull up your podcast feed. We'll be there. Remember 64 show across the board, mostly hanging out just on Blue Sky at this point, but lots of ways you can contact us through email as well if you have any suggestions for episodes, for example, or you have any ideas that you want us to sort of cover things. Always happy to sort of chat about it. Also, you can find us on other shows as well, including Press B to Cancel, for example. That's you can find guest spots on there. And then also patreon.com/remember64 show. You can get every single episode at least a few days early, sometimes a week, sometimes even more, depending on when I'm able to get my ass in gear and not feel sick. And you can get pre-show chats as well, and help us decide what we're going to review next. I also have a poll up there at the moment that is helping me decide what retro game I'm going to review in a short video that is not N64 related, beyond other consoles and other handhelds and stuff. So everyone can access those. Just check it out, Remember 64 Show on Patreon, and that's about it, everybody. Check out some Paperboy, check out some 64. We will
Grab a like.
Subscribe. Oh my
Like
God,
this
Jiggy,
podcast.
please, always stop me before I wrap up, because I always forget that.
I was giving you the benefit of the doubt. I was gonna say, now, Dave, what did we forget?
What did we forget? To like and subscribe. YouTube is the subscribe thing. Like and tell your friends. Rate the podcast. All of that fun stuff. Those are all the fun. Everybody's asking for it. We are too. So there it is.
We're stars. Give us all the stars.
All the stars. All the thumbs up. All the tell your friends. All those things. I'm sick. I'm tired. Thank you, everybody. Jake, hope you feel better too, buddy. Jiggy,
you too, man.
I'm fine.
Hopefully it doesn't grab you. Honestly, hopefully it doesn't get to you. I just stay inside. Stay inside, kids. Stay inside. All right. Thanks everybody for listening. Talk to you next time. Bye. All right. Hello. Okay. Wow, I came down right as this thing was ending. Look at that timing. Okay, so I'm going to pull back up. I'm going to turn that off for now. I'm going to pull back up the game, and we're going to play some more Medal of Honor, everyone. Load state. Haha, there we go. That's great. And I'm going to go over here. Window capture gone. Haha, there we go. And what's going on here? This and this. And camera.
Hello, everybody. Hi, everybody.
All right. Let's play some more Medal of Honor. All right. Let's get back to the game. Let's see. Okay, controllers. I have to find the hidden machine guns. But I don't recall seeing it. I missed one back, so I gotta go back. But before, I tried to go down these stairs. I was stopped. Where did I miss it? Can I still move on if I don't do all of them? That's the other thing. Oh, maybe over here. This is where I came from. I don't remember which direction I came from. So. Oh, machine gun found. There we go. Sound is definitely working well in this because I can tell which side these guys are coming from. These guys over here somewhere. Okay, well I've got all the objectives. Last time I did this, the guys just kept spawning, so I feel like I can just keep going. This music is very Indiana Jones. Okay, great. Yay!
On to victory!
Okay. Printing operation is safe. Delay the Panzer column from leaving the village. Luckiest of our key personnel are escaping the village by car or truck. The rest on bicycle or on foot. By destroying enough tanks. Slow them down. Okay, so get people. Superior mobility, you have a much better chance. A single soldier to stop a tank. It's not easy, but you can do it because you're just a person. Oh my god. It's telling you that you really have to try. Okay. Guy's taking a pee-pee. Jump. Tanks are there? Hilarious. Oh shit. I didn't know that's what that was. Hell yeah. seriously. It's great.
Oh, I died.
That's dumb. Got to start over. Yep. Well, I have a better idea what it is. Pumpkin Forest. This tank level's nuts, yeah. I just didn't know that, like, I didn't even know I picked up. It's not bad so far, I just... There's a way to, like, open those crates without smashing them. It's got a laser pointer. What's this? Ooh, is it an alien? Ooh.
Ah. Ah.
Whoa. Oh no. No! Oh, I keep forgetting what duck is. Oh, the audio? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you know what? Because I played around with it before when I stepped away. Yep. Also, I'm probably talking kind of low. I just tend to. What? Oh, no. I just have taken a pee. Oh, yeah? Really? Surrender my ass. You guys were not like that before. What the frick? My God. Yeah, somehow I'm not working today, so... Of course, I still had stuff to do, that's why I had to walk away, so it's like, can't avoid that. These guys know I'm here? Like... Why does it take so many? Why does it take so many? Ah! Stopped, but I don't know if it's done. Because last time it said stopped, and then it wasn't done. Whoa, 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 whoa! Jesus. I'm so bad at this game. Whoa. 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 Oh my God. I can't get past that part. Here I am saying, ah, it's not that bad. Meanwhile. You guys are relentless sometimes. That's a health kit. That's what these ones are. get stuff up here. Man, I feel like I should save the state before I get to this spot. Because I keep fucking dying. Cool. I'm going to. Screw it. Sorry, friends, but I'm going to. I don't care. I don't care. It's happening. Now the sun of this guy doesn't care. Three tanks stopped. Oh, another one. Out of the way, other tank. Wahaha. You stopped the tanks. My accuracy is going to be like 10. Is that? Hey, okay. I was right at the end too. Okay. These the levels are pretty good. They're short. You know, if you go from start to finish, they're pretty short. Oh,
In
there we
direct
go.
violation of the Treaty of Versailles, Germany spent the 1930s rebuilding their military into a massive fighting force that Hitler planned to use in his conquest of Europe. In response, the French government poured their resources into the Maginot Line, a massive self-contained fortification that ran the entire length of their eastern border. Unfortunately, the Maginot Line turned out to be one of the greatest miscalculations of modern military history. Germany's Luftwaffe simply flew over it. France's formal surrender was finalized in just a matter of weeks.
Ooh, hurts seeing that flag go up like that. Brutal. Brutality. Seriously. Accuracy 32. Surprised it was that high. Okay. I'm just going to keep saving. Return to main menu. What? Why? Yeah, next mission. Why? That was weird. Did I press something? I didn't realize.
Good morning, Mademoiselle Baptiste. My name is Colonel Hargrove. I'm from the Office of Strategic Services. I heard you've been looking for us. To be honest, we've been looking for you.
Ooh.
We just didn't know it. Now, I'm sorry to be crass, but while we've been aware of your brother Jacques for some time, we had never heard of Manon Baptiste until you made contact with our station chief yesterday morning. We knew your brother occasionally worked with another resistance member. I'm just sorry to say that I assumed it was another man. He was wise to keep your identity a secret. I've seen several good operatives denounced by people they thought they could trust. With both your anonymity and your brother gone, you could have easily opted to return to a quiet civilian life. You could have even collaborated. Turning over those papers you collected to the Gestapo would have earned you a lot of special privileges under the German authority. Instead, You committed yourself to a life on the run, away from everyone and everything you've ever known. From the looks of your G2 debriefing, you and your brother found yourselves in some pretty hairy situations during the early days of the occupation.
Whoa, what the hell is that?
It's exactly that kind of experience we need to employ if our intelligence operations are to stand a chance. We're preparing to launch a major assault in North Africa very soon.
Oh.
Unfortunately, all the men we've sent down to do reconnaissance have had their covers blown. Now, as serendipity would have it, we've learned that a Vichy propaganda magazine has sent a female correspondent all the way to Casablanca to profile the brave men of the Africa Corps. We want you to intercept this woman and take her place. It should provide the ideal cover for getting in there and seeing what Rommel is up to. And if the opportunity presents itself, we want you to take action to disrupt his operations. If successful, your exfiltration will be by airplane, specifically in an old Northrop Alpha that's perfectly suited for this kind of special operation. The pilot is a lieutenant in the Air Transport Command who's been given strict orders not to even look at you, as we don't want to compromise your identity in any way. You'll be briefed on the rest of the specifics during your transit to the African continent. It's a privilege for the OSS that you want to join our ranks. Be careful and good luck. I'll see you when you get back.
Why would looking at her create, like, bust her cover? Things seem to rapidly fall apart, but act fast against all after getting it. Got my work cut out for me. Little cutscene things. I like them. They're cool. They're fun. Yeah. I guess that's PlayStation for you, you know? Like. Ooh. Why am I bothering with the pistol? I was supposed to, like, infiltrate. Meanwhile, I'm fucking guns blazing over here. Like, was I supposed to do something else? Or is this it? Because, like... Like, it definitely sounded like they wanted this to not be loud. And yet, here I am. I'm just fucking going buck wild here. Already. I mean, I know they fight about me, but, like, you know, still. It's kind of weird. Can I open the oven? What if I'm hungry? This guy not gonna shoot at me? Oh, he is. Oh, shit. Okay, shoot him in the head. Jesus. Something over here. Any stuff I can grab? Ooh, it's on the dossier. Love it. Love when they do that. Aha. Who's shooting? Oh. Oh, they're not dead? Oh, I thought he was dead. What the hell? Door can't be opened. Man, it's tough to walk around the corners. Excuse me. Oh. Ah. This guy roll around. I love it. Whoa. Just giving me his head to shoot at? That's what he's doing. Hilarious. Who just shot at me? You? Gonna get an achievement soon. Yay! 100 headshots. Oh. Yeah, I really like the way that these guys fall sometimes. There's something here? No. Felt like my guy was tripping on something. What am I doing here? There's stairs. To 2 different spots. Oh, unless I come from here. Oh yeah, I did. So I'm going here. I believe. Of course, the guys with the white suits are the ones with pistols, because they're too cool to use machine guns. Okay. Go this way, I guess. Ammo? Nope. Oh, it's my pistol. Yay, 100 headshots. Total plus current. Oh, is there a thing for like headshots in a level? That's what that other one was? Possibly. Honestly, getting like 25 kills, whatever the thing's going to end up being, without getting hit. Okay. What's I need to do? Supply depot. Location found. What does that mean? Does it do anything? No. Come on, sneak out, buddy. You can do it. Oh, nice jump. That was like a rope I could climb or something. Jump? Where do I go? Oh, there. What? You hit me, eh? You bugger. I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so. You too. Whoa. Okay. Oh, maybe I'm not taking that lady's spot yet. I have to get there. Is that what I was trying to do? Because the way they made it sound was like it was happening during that mission. I don't know. Gunnery eval, aristocrat. Overall ranking, 3 stars, excellent. Woo! Woohoo! Excellent. Okay, I think I got maybe a mission or 2 left in me, and then it's time for me to get back to reality. That for a course and pass on to the American Fleet Torch. Motor Pool's dispatch and get your hands on the shipping records. Find a way to detain her until your mission is complete. Okay, so this is sort of the stealth-ish thing. Find supply records, find disguise, radio of the American fleet. dancing around. Oh, okay. Up here? Oh. Whoa. Yeah, it still sounds like, oh, this is supposed to be a stealth mission, but here I am killing people. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know about that. It's like if you want me to be stealth and disguise, then probably not. Maybe I shouldn't be shooting people. I'm trying to still be stealth, but I guess it doesn't really make sense to. I thought that's what I needed to do. It's weird. It's weird. I don't love it, but... Just shooting with one hand around the corner. Jeez. They have like masks on and stuff? Can't quite tell. Or is it really bad? I like that touch. Okay, found shipping records. Find disguise. Whoa. Oh, come on. Oh my god. Are you serious? Just die. Part of it is just my aim sucks. I know that, but still. Imposter. Sacre bleu. Where's that guy? That's it. Disguise found. Oh, there's the papers. Okay. Hello. Just going in the supply closet, I guess. What's up? It's me.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Hello.
Oh, take your time.
Thank you.
May I see your papers?
Here's my papas.
Oh, take your time.
Hey, thank you.
May I see your papers? Oh, take your time.
Oh, take your time. Okay, buddy. Out of my way. Scoot. Whoa. Whoa, what the hell? How did they know all of a sudden? Seriously, like, how did they know? Jesus. Just because I touched the radio? Come on. Average? Why just average? What did I do wrong? All right. Kablooey Armstrong. Okay, so I think that like this chapter or whatever probably has one left, so I think I'll do it that way. I'll stop after that. Got the dog hanging out beside me. Bombers are on the way. Destroy the depot discovered. Should be an armory somewhere nearby. Find it and procure some explosives. Encounter doors sealed with padlocks. Rather than searching for a key, it'd be easier to simply shoot off the locks. But be forewarned, this will attract attention. Set for key will not broken somewhere in the fort. Locate it and use a photographer's camera to get as much information as you can. Okay. Once you have the bombs, use them to destroy 4 fuel trucks. All right. Easy enough. If I just walk as the photographer, will that be fine? Hello. Is that enough? I guess so.
No photography is allowed.
I think I have to shoot this guy. just shoot all the alarms? Alright. Got my pass to the armory.
On, proceed.
Thank you. Is this the armory?
Anything for you.
Did you say anything? Anything for you?
What pictures have you taken? Move and die!
Armory. Found explosives.
Anything for you.
Anything. Whoa! Why are you shooting at me? Whoa! Why are you shooting at me? And where are you? Oh. What the hell? Whoa, whoa. Anywhere else I can go? Nope.
Put your hands up!
Are they just shooting at me now? Whoa, 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 whoa. Man, I'm kind of stuck. Shit. Get out of there! Shit. Oh man, I'm dead. Is that health? Oh, thank God. Well, yeah, I like the stealth aspect because before all the stealth stuff just sort of threw out the window. I mean, they told you to be quiet, be stealthy, and then it was just gone. So I didn't quite understand why that was the case, but here they do a little bit of both. I like it. So this is the way I came. What am I missing? Oh, photograph cipher keybook. Oh shit. Oh shit. I don't know where that is. To find a keybook. I hate having to do this. Go back and like complete the mission, otherwise. Oh, oops. Yeah, I just gotta figure out exactly where that where the room is to where that thing is. The book. It's not there. Go further back. Where's the? Okay, so this is where I came from up here. I know that. Yeah, I remember coming from up here. Oh, I have to go like way down here now again. Oh no, please don't fall. Okay, so here's the storage. This is where I picked up the explosives. Is it back here? Like even before I got to the spot? Damn. Oh. Maybe it's in here. No, it's not. I have papers. Does that help? I has pepper. Oh, look at this fancy guy. Okay, so I have to find another door with a lock, I think, because it seems to be the little... Okay, so that's where I went there before. Is there a cipher thing in here that I missed? Oh, there it is. Ah, take a picture. How do I do that? There we go. Oh man, I went in that thing so long ago too. It was like the first room I opened. Alright, let's get out of here. Should I set the alarm just to make things interesting? Screw with myself. At least these levels aren't massive. Like backtracking only took me a couple minutes there. That was it. So I think that's, you know, doesn't feel as bad. Okay, if this is the end of this chapter, then I'm going to call it after this. Oh yeah, come on. Geometry Wars. Getting stuck on the geometry. I think this was the exit. Yes. Haha. Burning Sands. Yeah, they are pretty linear. A lot of the games like this at this time were. You know, Medal of Honor, I think, had a lot of that. So, excellent. 34 accuracy. Wow. Just wasting bullets everywhere. I want to finish this set of missions before I let it go. Escape before the bombers arrive. Yay. Here's a tray of stay out of the open and keep your eyes peeled. Whew. 3 aircraft was disabled. Okay. Oh, and enjoy the ride. Oh, how cheeky. Hee 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 hee. Ooh, stick grenades. What? Ooh, over there. Got me another way to go, huh? Ah! I have to go down? Oh, that's brutal. What the hell? Whoa! Whoa! 100 groin shots. I think that's it. I think my mission is complete. Oh yeah. Whoa, that hurt me. Whoa. Hey, destructible environments. Cool. Oh my god. I don't know if it's me doing that or them. But... Whoa, whoa. Okay, okay. Do I have to just keep running? It says stay out of the open. Meanwhile, I can't go anywhere else. What the hell do they want from me? It's still rolling around. Jesus. What a mess. These guys are brutal. I have to go up? Is it? Oh, I can't actually hit him. Whoa! Oh, jeez. What the fuck was that? Can I jump over this? No, I have to go around that? Come on. Then why is there a jump button? Nope. Yeah, thanks, tank. Where's that tank? Get back here, tank. You're mine. No? Wahaha. It's like, yeah, stay out of the open. Like cross bridges and shit. What the fuck? Okay. Alright, I need a breather. I should get a couple things done. But that's it. So far, so good. Thanks for coming in, buddy. I will chat to you momentarily in the next couple of days. So far, so good with recording. Everybody, keep an eye out